Coin.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with CoinOp, and today we are going to take a look at some cool Washinton Quarter mint errors. Now, some of these Washinton Quarter mint errors were cherry-picked by Robert Lawson while he was out coin hunting coin shops, and the others are all really cool error coins that are up for auction on Heritage Coin Auctions right now. So let's dive right on in. Now, the first one that we're going to take a look at, and this is one of Robert Lawson's cherry picks. This is a Washinton Quarter blank Planchet. This was a Washinton Quarter that was not struck by the die press. So it is unstruck. The Planchet just fed straight through, and it was never struck. So this is basically just an unstruck Washinton Quarter. Okay, now we are going to take a look at an off-center Washinton Quarter that was found by Mr. Robert Lawson. Now, this is a 1985 Philadelphia mint off-center Washinton Quarter. Now, this one's off-center by about 8 to 10 degrees. Now, off-center Washinton Quarters do bring a nice small premium. This one would probably fetch between $20 to $30, maybe $35, maybe more because it is a nice uncirculated example. But the more extreme the off-center is, the more it'll fetch, such as this 1995 Philadelphia Mint Washinton Quarter that is off-center. Now, this one is much more extreme of an off-center, and this would fetch a little bit more money. The more extreme some of these are, the more they fetch. So this is a beautiful example of an uncirculated off-center Washinton Quarter. Okay, now we are looking at something really cool. This is a silver 1957 Washinton Quarter. Now, this is one at Robert Lawson's cherry picks. Now, this Washinton Quarter happens to feature a dropped mint mark on the reverse. So this is a dropped letter mint error. This is when metal builds up inside of the design element and eventually drops out during the pressing. So you can see right there's part of the mint mark tucked behind, right up there to the left. Well, that's a nice little error. These are pretty scarce. Now we are taking a look at a 1953 Denver Mint Silver Washinton Quarter. Now, this also features a reverse dropped mint mark. So this is another dropped letter error. Now, these dropped mint mark errors are very scarce. They're very rare. They're hard to come by. These do fetch decent money, especially when graded certified, like this one. And again, this is one of Robert Lawson's cherry picks. He did find this while out coin searching. And if you take a look on this one, to the right of the mint mark is the dropped mint mark. But what's also really cool is this happens to also be a repunched mint mark, and you can see repunching to the south of the primary mint mark. So this, not only is it a mint error, but it is also a variety. Now we are going to take a look at some Washinton Quarter mint errors that are on Heritage Coin Auctions right now, and we are going to start with this 1965 Washinton Quarter that was struck on a silver 25-cent Planchet. 1964 was the last year that the mint was supposed to be using silver Planchets for Washinton Quarters. Now, some of those silver Planchets found their way in and were struck. So this is a transitional error. Now, these transitional errors do fetch really good money. So this one is currently up to $4,800 already in bidding. Now, I'm going to be following this auction. I'm very curious to see what this ends up selling for. I put an estimate on it of about $15,000 to $20,000, but it probably will go for more than that because these are super rare. Okay, now we are taking a look at a 1973 S Washinton Quarter. Now, this is really cool. This one really has me intrigued. I wish I had this one in my personal collection. This Washinton Quarter, not only was it struck on the wrong Planchet, it was struck on a 1-cent Planchet, but it was also double struck. So it's 2 errors in 1. Now these wrong Planchet errors with the Washinton quarters typically sell for $1,000, upwards of $3,000 or $4,000. But this one is already over $2,400 in bidding. So I'm going to be following this one closely. I'm curious to see what this one goes for. And to top it off, this coin just has all kinds of eye appeal. It is just beautiful. So I will be following that one. Okay, then we are going to follow this up with a 1976 Denver Mint Washinton quarter that was struck on a 10-cent Planchet. Now this one really sparked my interest because now Heritage has a few other Washinton quarters that was struck on the wrong Planchet, but this one really struck my interest because this was struck on a wrong Planchet and it features the bicentennial reverse. And the 1976 is the only year that we have the bicentennial reverse. So again, this one's already over $3,600 in bidding, and I'm very curious to see what this ends up selling for. So again, this is one that I'm going to be following very closely. Well, everyone, we definitely hope you enjoyed this video. We also hope that you have a very wonderful holiday. We hope that it's filled with family and lots of fun. And if you have some time, make sure you check out some more of our videos. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also click on that bell. That way you get notified immediately when we upload new content. Also, hit that thumbs up button and leave us a comment. The more that you interact with the channel, the more it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Well, everybody, have a great holiday, and until next time, have fun.